Lightning hitting a diving platform at Sha Tin Jockey Club swimming pool has startled early morning swimmers. Female trainee doctor accused of using another doctor's account to access patient records on computer has been granted bail. And Wang Fuk Court residents mull legal action against estate administrator despite progress sharing, as today marks the deadline to convene an owners' meeting. Good evening, you're watching Cable News. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Under an amber rainstorm warning this early morning, swimmers in the main pool at Sha Tin Jockey Club swimming pool experienced a heart-pounding, frightening moment as a diving platform was suspected to have been struck by lightning and destroyed. No injuries were reported. Evelyn Bai tells us more.
The incident occurred shortly after 6 a.m. The starting block was damaged, with one corner shattered. The thunderbolt sent residents' hearts racing. I am shocked. I have never heard of a pole starting block being hit by lightning, one man said. A woman said warnings should be given earlier so people would not go for a dip during that time. Nick Wu, vice chairman of the Hong Kong and Kowloon Lifeguards Union, said thunderstorms can change rapidly, and the observatory warnings may lag, putting residents' lives in danger. He suggested officers in charge make judgments based on the actual situation as early as possible, and should not rely solely on the notification mechanism for a swimming pool. Swimmers were also advised to leave the water immediately if skies darken or an announcement is heard. The Leisure and Cultural Services Department said the main pool would be closed until further notice. Repair work has been arranged, and the pool will reopen once it is confirmed to be safe for everyone. While the main pool is out of action, all other facilities remain open. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
A 24-year-old female trainee doctor has been arrested for allegedly using another doctor's account to access patient records. She was granted bail after being detained overnight for investigation. The arrested trainee doctor was granted bail this afternoon and walked free from Chansha Wan police station. After being detained overnight, she was escorted back to Caritas Medical Center for investigation at noon. Reports indicate she improperly obtained a Tuen Mun Hospital doctor's account on the 13th and 14th of last month during work hours, logged into the computer system and accessed patient records in what is alleged to be dishonest use of a computer. Since she was also involved in multiple serious incidents of misconduct that violated medical professional ethics and integrity, the hospital authority has dismissed her on Friday with immediate effect. Today marks the legal deadline for Wang Fuk Court's temporary administrator Hop On Management to call an owners' meeting. The company has shared its latest progress, but owners remain dissatisfied and consider taking legal actions to force the meeting. Jamie Liu has more.
The Lands Tribunal earlier denied Hop On Management Company's request to further delay holding an owners' meeting. That means it is required by law to convene the meeting by today, after 247 out of some 1,900 owners signed a petition for it in late April. Hop On today reported its latest progress, saying it is in the process of verifying the identity of no less than 5% of signatory owners, with notices issued to them asking for ID document copies and specimen signatures to be checked against land registry records. The administrator stated that it has engaged government social workers to help follow up on over 350 households it has not been able to reach. It is also closely monitoring the progress of property inheritance of owners who passed away in a fire to keep its owners list up to date. Furthermore, the administrator confirmed it will continue searching for a venue that can support a meeting lasting 6 hours on a Saturday or Sunday with capacity for 1,000 people. Some residents are dissatisfied with Hop On's progress. An owner said he may file an application with the Lands Tribunal to force Hop On to call the meeting. He said he just wanted discussions to take place fairly and transparently and never intended to influence others' decisions on whether to sell the flats. The Home Affairs Department acknowledged the difficulties in convening a Wang Fuk Court owners' meeting under special circumstances, expressing confidence that Hop On will do its best to convene the meeting while safeguarding owners' rights and interests. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development Algernon Yao hailed the recent 5-day visit to Central Asia that yielded nearly 100 cooperation deals, saying legal system used in Central Asia aligns smoothly with Hong Kong's common law system. Evelyn Bai reports.
In an exclusive interview with Cable News, Yao said a total of 96 deals, the highest number ever, covered trade, finance, green development and logistics, totaling more than $1.65 billion. He said the Kazakh State Railway Company is preparing to list in Hong Kong, while Hong Kong companies plan to increase their investment in Central Asian nations. Noting that both Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are advancing in artificial intelligence and new energy, Yao said Hong Kong has a similar development trajectory. We have the Northern Metropolis, Innovation and Technology Center, as well as Data Center, he said. He reviewed plans to invite Central Asian businesses to this year's Belt and Road Summit, where they could explore opportunities in Hong Kong, with the dedicated Central Asia session being considered. He said there is absolutely no problem in bridging the gap between different legal systems used in the city and Central Asia, relying on Hong Kong legal professionals. While Hong Kong has no economic and trade office in Central Asia yet, Yao said the government would monitor economic developments there, with other offices providing coverage for now. Evan Bai, Cable News.
A farm in Laofaoshan has been stormed by burglars, with the owner reporting the loss of more than $2.7 million worth of valuables. The owner of the egg farm on Laofaoshan Road returned from the mainland on Friday evening to find his home ransacked. After entering through a window, he immediately alerted the police. According to the initial inventory, the stolen items include jewelry valued at approximately $1.71 million, alongside gold ornaments and 4 watches worth about $750,000. In addition, 190,000 Hong Kong dollars and 80,000 Chinese yuan in cash were also reported missing. The United States and Iran may finally sign a deal to end their war within the next few days, with mediator Pakistan saying both sides have agreed on a text. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi claimed Iran is the winner of the war with the U.S., but warned the terms may still change. Jamie Liu reports.
Speaking on state television, Araghchi outlined details of the Memorandum of Understanding, which he said may be inked within days. The agreement calls for an end to the war on all fronts, including Lebanon, implying an Israeli withdrawal from occupied areas. Araghchi said the deal also includes the lifting of sanctions on Iran and the U.S. naval blockade on Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz. However, he said the waterway would not return to how it operated before the war, and Iran would retain control of traffic, with Oman to charge service fees. A senior U.S. official told Reuters that both sides had agreed on the text and that Washington expects to sign an initial deal in the coming days. The MOU could be signed in Geneva as soon as Sunday by U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Iran's Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf. The signing will then trigger a 60-day period of technical negotiations on Iran's nuclear program. However, Tehran's stance remained unchanged, and it wanted to keep the highly enriched uranium in diluted form instead of transferring it away. Meanwhile, there are still differing descriptions of what terms are included in the deal. The U.S. side reportedly disputed claims of possible war reparations for Tehran and the release of frozen Iranian funds. Jamie Liu, Cable News.
SpaceX rocketed into the history books as the biggest ever stock market debuted on Friday, boosting founder Elon Musk to become the world's first trillionaire, meaning an unprecedented 13-figure wealth all held by just one person. Evelyn Bai reports.
Kicking off a dual-listed Nasdaq bell-ringing ceremony in New York and Texas, the rocket company began trading on Nasdaq at $150 per share, well above its $135 issue price. After soaring more than 30% to a peak of $176.52 at one point, shares closed the first day up 19.2% at $160.95. CEO Elon Musk said he had once thought the firm would fail.
I gave SpaceX less than a 10% chance of succeeding at all, to be clear. In fact, I told people this. I said, look, we're probably going to fail, but we should give it a try, because if we don't, if there's not a new company that enters space, we will never be a truly spacefaring civilization.
As both the Tesla and SpaceX founder, Musk already holds the crown of the world's richest person. The initial public offering of SpaceX raised $75 billion from investors, boosting Musk's fortune to just over $1 trillion. Only about 21 countries in the world have a gross domestic product above the $1 trillion mark. However, Musk's status sparked concern about the wealth gap. His wealth is now similar to the entire economic output of Poland and Switzerland. Oxfam noted that the sum makes Musk richer than the bottom 46% of the world's population, or a combined 3.8 billion people. Evelyn Bai, Cable News.
Former England captain David Beckham has become the first footballer to be honored on Hollywood's Walk of Fame.
David Beckham!
The 51-year-old attended the star unveiling ceremony alongside his family and friend, Hollywood actor Tom Cruise. Beckham said he came from a British working-class family, dreamed of playing football as a child, and felt incredible to be recognized in Hollywood. Beckham's legendary career spanned football giants like Manchester United, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and Los Angeles Galaxy. He was the first English player to win league titles in 4 different countries, earned 115 caps for England, and in 2018 stormed into business as co-owner of MLS powerhouse Inter Miami after hanging up his boots. A U.S. federal court has dismissed an appeal from Washington, D.C. officials upholding an order to remove President Donald Trump's name from the Kennedy Center. Workers have already put up scaffolding around the exterior of the Kennedy Center in preparation for the removal of the signage. On the eve of the court-imposed deadline, the Kennedy Center's Board of Trustees filed an emergency lawsuit seeking to stay the removal order pending an appeal. They argued that if the appeal were successful, reinstalling the name would be an unnecessary waste of time and money. However, the judge rejected both the request for a stay and the appeal, emphasizing that only the U.S. Congress has the legal authority to change the center's name. Ohio Congresswoman Joyce Beatty, a member of the center's board who filed the initial lawsuit last December to have the name removed, expressed optimism that the signage would finally come down.
This is only the beginning, but I think this is a good start. Yes. That they understand they have removed from the website and from some of their social media. So today is a good day to see the scaffolding going up. We'll just have to wait.
A gunman who opened fire in the West Texas city of Midland died after a standoff with police following a shooting that left 1 person dead and at least 10 others injured. The incident began on Friday morning local time when police responded to reports of an active shooter. The suspect retreated into a derelict veterinary clinic, engaging officers in a multi-hour standoff. He was later found dead inside. Officials have not yet disclosed the cause of death. Police identified the suspect as 45-year-old Victor Mata Villarreal. He was already wanted for a separate shooting days earlier, during which he fired at officers while evading arrest. The 2 crime scenes are located just 1 kilometer apart. Onto the weather now. Cloudy with showers and squally thunderstorms. Showers will be heavy at times tomorrow. Temperatures will range between 26 and 29 degrees. That's our news tonight. I'm Jeremy Zhu. Thanks for watching. Good night.